busy.
Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. If you are new, my name is Rachel Amma. So this week I'm going to do a bit of a Q&A, a bit of a sit down, a bit of a chat. I asked you guys on Instagram to send me your questions. Some were personal, some were vegan related. So we're just going to sit down, relax, have a little chat, get to know each other a little bit better and answer some questions. Not only that, I've ordered a vegan pizza because your girl is hungry. So we're going to multitask. Pizza. Obviously your girl normally cooks. Today we have ordered Pizza Express vegan pizza. Looks interesting, doesn't it? It's their jackfruit pizza. Out of breath. Just run up the stairs. I wonder if this is gonna be like ASMR. Do you want that? Do you not? I don't know. Yes, I am the person who cuts her pizza. You know what's funny about vegan cheese, right? Because I say to people, when you go vegan, just leave cheese out of the equation. You're not gonna have cheese. You can replicate creamy, cheesy things, but you're not gonna have that classic cheese. Out the door. When I first went vegan, I hated all vegan cheeses. Now, I've like adapted to them, that I enjoy them. And I know this because I gave vegan pizza to a friend the other day who's not vegan. And they were like,
what the hell is this?
and I was like, I think I've just adapted. I think I'm used to it now that I kind of enjoy it, but don't taste like cheese, but it does me good, you know? And the point of it is I'm not harming animals, so all good in it. But I hope you guys got a snack for yourselves, a treat. Woo, that was a strong caper. There was a lot of dive straight into the vegan related ones, maybe touch on a couple personal ones. Let's see how it goes. Have you been vegan all of your independent life? If not, was it difficult to transition? Yes, I have, because my mum stopped making dinners for me many, many years ago, so I didn't have to rely on my parents for food. So that is a bit of a tricky one. If you are struggling to maybe convince your parents that you might like some vegan food, one of my suggestions would be to maybe suggest, maybe you could just add a couple of these vegetables on the shopping list and I'll make it for you. Make them a recipe that they're gonna love, and it might introduce this new way of eating to have more vegan recipes. When did you go vegan? 4 years ago. So I'm kind of a new vegan, right? Sorry, I'm so hungry. Where do you get your inspo for recipes? Have you always loved cooking or more since being vegan? Definitely more since being vegan. And if you've been here for a while, you know I cut out dairy about 10 years ago, so that was already off the list. So there was this new creativity. How do I keep eating banging food that's vegan? No meat, no fish. And then from there, you just get more curious, more interested in using different spices just to make it really, really tasty and playing with textures. This was a really popular question. It is, would you date someone who's not vegan? And I used to say, yeah, of course, because only 5 years ago, I was eating meat and fish too. Like, I'm not gonna judge your character and not date you because you're not vegan. However, someone posed a question to me once and they were like, what if I was eating some chicken wings and then went to kiss you?
Say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never.
That's not gonna work. It's not gonna work, is it? I'm gonna be like, so yeah, I would date someone who's not vegan, but there would need to be boundaries, because if you've just got some chicken grease all in your lips and some chicken in your teeth, I'm not gonna wanna be kissing you because no, honey, no. And I wouldn't date someone with the intention to turn them vegan, but I would make them some vegan food and hopefully they would make that own decision. Maybe I'd show them some documentaries, show them some activists, and then maybe they would go vegan. What advice do you have for new vegans? So I do have a video on this, but just to summarize some of the things I said, it was to be compassionate to yourself, be kind to yourself. Because what you're choosing to do is very aspirational. You're choosing to help the environment, save animals, and better your health. So take it step by step, find some people who inspire you, find some recipes that inspire you. If you need some more motivation in being vegan, there's plenty of activists, there's plenty of documentaries that will take you into the insides of what really goes down in the animal farms, and that would probably give you a lot of motivation to be like, yeah, I don't want to be a part of this anymore. I'm really trying to work on some Christmas recipes for you guys. I'm not a fan of nut roasts. I feel like I really need to be creative here and think about what I can make, and I'm struggling a little bit. I'm hopefully gonna have something for you guys too. Oh, this is a strong pizza. Take what you will with that. It's strong. What kind of jobs did you do before YouTube? Mate, I've done a lot of jobs. I worked as a recruitment consultant for biological scientists. I've worked at the Dorchester Hotel as a wine waitress. I've worked as a delivery driver for a Caribbean restaurant. I've worked in Urban Outfitters. I've worked in Topshop. I've done internships with music management. My goal after uni was to work in music management, but after a few internships that didn't really materialize into real jobs, I found myself on YouTube and I'm so grateful for it. I started working when I was 14, 15. I got my first proper job in Topshop Oxford Circus when I was 16. So there's always been jobs. I have a long, long, long list. Have I ever been a raw vegan or thought about it? I've thought about it, haven't done it. Anyone out there that wants to share their experience of being raw vegan, please go crazy in the comments, share your experience. What makes you smile? Food, no, people, animals, music, life. Jill Scott, Michael Jackson, good people. I like laughter. I'm a laugher person. Big smile, lots of laughs. I've been vegan for a week. Woo, go you girl. Or boy, not sure. And finding myself more hungry. Any suggestions? Yeah, you probably just need to start eating a bit more. It's quite an adjustment from going from eating meat and fish and dairy to not eating it. The calories are different in vegetables to meat, fish and dairy. A good way to do it is to potentially track it just to see if you are meeting enough calories per day. So if you track what you ate and you can see that you're really under your calorie intake, then you know you're like, I need to get more food in because I'm not actually giving myself enough food and nutrients. Do you ever plan on doing a pop-up event where you interact directly with your followers? Yeah, 100%. If you guys actually wanted me to do that, I would 100% love to do that because I love meeting you guys. What was your major in college? I studied business management as my degree. Were you always vegan? What was your turning point and what was your go-to food to make the transition easier? So no, I've been vegan for 4 years. I went vegan because of the animals. When I saw what was really happening, it broke my heart into pieces. So from that moment, I've been vegan. My go-to meals in the beginning were hummus and pita bread, pasta and pesto. I haven't actually had pesto and pasta in ages now. When are you adding a skin regime video on your channel? So I've done like a face care thing. Do you guys want the whole body? Let me know and I'll do it for y'all. Oh, I have a question on, can I please write up the methods of my recipes? I am so sorry. I've literally just been so busy that I've rushed to just put up the ingredients and I just haven't really had time to write the methods. That is gonna change and hopefully I will be doing that because I know it can be quite hard to follow if I haven't written them there for you guys. So I am gonna start getting that done. How do you deal with family and friends who don't really understand why you are vegan? I mean, there's not much you can do. I think they've just adapted to the fact that this is my life choice and this is what I'm doing. I've shared documentaries with some of them and that hasn't been quite enough to get them to go vegan, but I think it's helped them understand why I'm vegan. It's tricky, it's tricky. There are a lot of questions on here asking if there is a bae, if there is a boyfriend, if I'm in a relationship. No. But I'm looking out for my king. Did you hear that, universe? Did you hear that? Did you get that? King, I'm ready. How many off-the-shoulder tops do you own? Ha! I am an off-the-shoulder kind of girl. Has it always been easy for you to stay slim while being vegan? Absolutely not. The way my genetics are lined up, the way my metabolism is lined up, if I just ate vegan and I didn't work out, I would be putting on weight. I find it hard to keep the weight off in general, and being vegan didn't change that. Being vegan, I did lose a lot of cellulite, a lot of fat, but I still have to train and work out to keep off the weight. Other than YouTube, what is your job? How do you spend money on amazing ingredients? So I was just working 5 days a week and then on the weekend making YouTube videos, and with the money that I was working in the week, I then spent it on food. Thoughts on preaching veganism? I think when some people preach veganism, it's extremely powerful and it really does the job. To me personally, if someone preached veganism to me, it probably wouldn't have done as much justice in changing my mind as much as visually seeing what is happening, because I just have a visual brain, that's how my brain works. So I think preaching is great, but I think there's also other ways to try and show people that veganism is something that you can do. So my way of doing that is by sharing the recipes as a solution. So you might be thinking, oh, I kind of want to go vegan, but I don't know, it's not, how am I going to do that? How am I going to eat? Well, here's some recipes, guys. Go vegan and have some recipes. So that's my way. In general, people who are being compassionate to animals as well as being compassionate to humans in their activisms, those are the powerful ones. Compassion for all. How much do you think you spend on food? Do you eat out? I don't eat out. I ate out the other day to celebrate a birthday at a vegan place, and I ended up with food poisoning, which I'm really sorry to say that, because I'd love to say you can go to any vegan restaurant and not get food poisoning. That is just the cons of eating out in general. I don't eat out often because I love the food that I make. And in terms of money, I did do a video. I've done 2 videos where I've done grocery shopping and I've costed it to share with you guys how much that I was spending for a week of shopping. But I'll link it down below if you want to see it. I'm not in love with this pizza. Sorry, Pizza Express. What do you think is the easiest meat substitute / where do you get most of your protein from? I don't really eat many meat substitutes. I like to eat whole food, so I like to eat just vegetables and legumes, some natural protein powders if I feel like I need that extra boost if I'm doing some hardcore training. Black beans, kidney beans, chickpeas, quinoa, they are my best friends. Chia seeds, oats, they are my friends. I had a lot of questions about my lipstick. When I have a lipstick, this is the lip gloss. When I have a lipstick, it's an old Anastasia Beverly Hills matte with a brown lip liner. Oh, I had a lot of questions about nutrients. I take B12 and I am on iron. I have a B12 spray. Actually, I have it here. I take this B12 spray. It's used with natural grapefruit, so it actually tastes nice, and you just spray each side and voila. And iron, I take iron in a liquid form that is vegan friendly, just because I was low in iron. I'm not a doctor, so I couldn't recommend what you need for yourself. Those are what I take. What's your motivation for teaching people your vegan dishes in such a delightful, lovely, and fun way? Thank you so much. I mean, for me, really, it's something that I really believe in. I think veganism is the way forward. I think it's needed for our planet, for our climate change. I think it's so needed for the animals because the cruelty is just awful. And not only that, I think it's a good place to improve our health. So with that, I really want to help encourage more people find veganism. And I don't want people to feel really restricted by it or scared by it because of a bad experience. I want it to be shared in a way that is fun, because for me it is fun, and I just want to share that with you guys and help spread veganism as a lifestyle change. So hopefully it's working. I hope you guys are enjoying what I'm doing so far. Do I still do intermittent fasting? Kind of still do it. So I'm doing kind of like intermittent fasting / intuitive eating and making sure I get enough calories in the day. So between 8 o'clock at night until 12 o'clock the next day, I will choose not to eat. But if I do find myself hungry, I will eat. I'm not going to be like, no, you have to wait. Kind of intermittent fasting, because some days I am doing it, but some days I'm not, and I'm just making sure I eat enough food. What's your favorite go-to what's your favorite go-to vegan breakfast? Basic porridge. There's so much you can do with porridge, and I swear I never get bored of it. I like a really creamy oats, just oat milk with oats, and then add a bit of maple syrup in there, and then go with whatever fruit you have. Add some nut butter if you want, add some raw cacao if you want it a little bit chocolatey, you know. Does it every time, and it's really, really basic and affordable. What do you do when you go somewhere and there's no vegan food and you're hungry? Honestly, what I do, I leave. I just leave. I'm a hangry person, and if I'm in an environment where there's no food for me and I'm hungry, I will leave and I'll find somewhere where I can get some food, because my friends aren't vegan, so I'll just be like, I've got a problem here. I'm gonna go solve it by going and eating some food. I'll meet you guys back here a bit later. And I always try to eat before I go out because I am hangry. How do you deal with vegan haters? I don't really have a lot of hate around me, thankfully. I try to keep things positive. But when I am with friends, sometimes they do love to take the piss out of me. Say I'm at a cinema or somewhere and they're all eating popcorn and I'm asking what's in the popcorn. The person doesn't know what's in the popcorn that's selling it, and so I choose not to eat it. They will laugh and laugh at me, and I'm just like, this is my lifestyle choice. You guys can make your jokes, that's fine. I know what I'm doing. I know who I am. Let the jokes fly on by, because I know in time these guys will be adopting more plant-based diets. So I'm just like, yeah, it's fine, it's fine. I know what I'm doing and I know why I'm doing it. So have I ever struggled with being vegan or thought about quitting? I haven't actually. If you have felt like that, you've probably spent your whole life living one way, and you're changing everything you were taught and that you knew. So you just got to be kind to yourself, seek out more inspiration by looking at what's going on, how your food gets on your plate, find some inspiration in different recipes, and hopefully that will help you. Oh, someone says they have just turned vegan and they feel super tired and super drained. Is there anything I would recommend? I would only say that if you are feeling really tired on this diet choice, there's probably some kind of nutrient or vitamin that you're not getting enough of, and with that you'll need to kind of figure out what that is so that you can bring those levels back up again. So probably seeking advice from a doctor. And if you're in the UK, the NHS should be able to give you a blood test. So as we can see, I didn't get through the pizza. It was okay. I feel like some proper whole food, really, not so much a vegan pizza. I didn't love it, so just cover her up. Put her away. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed the questions and just sitting with me and chatting with me and hanging out with me. If you have any suggestions for any video ideas, please let me know in the comments, as I really want to make content that is helpful for you guys on your vegan journey. So slap them down in the comments. Please give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and subscribe to my channel because I am here every Sunday with some new videos and new content and new recipes to share with you guys. See you all here next week, and bye.
With the beat, I always